Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another episode of our favorite guitar Riff-Masters of all time. We've got 30 days here in the month of April 2023. We are picking out our favorite 30 guitar players who deliver the riffs, those memorable riffs. The guys who, when you hear the song, you always remember that riff. That's what pulls you in, generally speaking. The riff, the catchy riff is the beginning of the song and repeats throughout the song. Right? Sometimes there is a riff that just opens up a track and you never hear throughout the whole rest of the song, but you remember that opening barrage, right? That's what it's all about. So memorable riffs, the Riff-Masters. Today is day 15. So I've been waiting all month so far to talk about one of my favorite heavy metal riff guys of all time. He was an all-around great guitar player, but man, it's funny when you go and re-listen to songs and things to try and pick out your three favorite riffs from these players. When I started listening to some of these songs from this guy, it just once again reminded me of how much he's missed and how just a part of my, first 25 years on this planet revolved around the music of Sabotage and the guitar playing and the riffs of Mr. Chris Oliva. Just a tremendous, tremendous player. And as I was listening to all these songs, trying to figure out what my three favorite riffs would be, I'm like, holy cow, this guy. Man, it's like if you're a metal fan and you're not completely moved by these thunderous guitar riffs from Mr. Oliva and his blazing solos for all that and for, as well, man, I'd be surprised any metal fans, either if you haven't listened to the music of Sabotage and the guitar playing of Chris Oliva, or it's not something you're into, I'd be really shocked if you're a heavy metal fan. So so this was difficult. My first two, I think, were pretty easy to pick. They had to be picked. It was the number 3 that gave me a little trouble because there's so many great ones from Chris Oliva that eventually I just said, all right, I could belabor this and debate it and just got to pick one, right? There's so many great ones. There's no wrong answer in any of these. But so number 1, I'm going to go back to their first album. It's the opening track, the title track to Sirens. And in fact, I was just listening to it again right before I started taping here this morning. And I'm like, God, just absolutely, paired up with John's screams. I mean, it's just such a chilling, crushing song. I mean, what a statement to open up your debut album, right? Just in the tone. Ugh. I mean, Chris Oliva's tone on all the albums he ever played on, I think, is just absolutely just bombastic and crushing and just so good. So yeah, Sirens had to be on this without a doubt as my number 2 pick. And again, I'm going to go to a title track to one of my favorite heavy metal albums of all time, period. And it's The Hall of the Mountain King from the album of the same name. Just, this to me, I probably could have picked 3 just from this album alone. Didn't really want to do that because I think you've all heard me talk about how much I love this album, and I love the guitar playing on this album. The riffs are just amazing. The solos are amazing. The vocals are amazing. The songs are memorable. They're heavy. It's just epic. This is just amazing. But the title track to me is such a special song in my life. That's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. The whole song, and just it's all these changes in the song. It's just so epic, so heavy, so Sabotage. And again, one of the things I love about this band is that, especially earlier in their career, it's like, they're a metal band, but people always want to put bands in certain buckets, type of metal, whatever. It's like they weren't thrash, they weren't doom, they weren't power metal, they weren't extreme metal. They were just metal. Right? There's just no real place to put them other than just a traditional heavy metal band. And I remember when this album came out, and I had already had Sirens, I already had Fight for the Rock, and Power of the Night, and the EP Dungeons Are Calling. I was just kind of like, I loved all of it, but then this came out, and it just just totally changed my world. So that's my second riff for today. Hall of the Mountain King. So, like I said, number 3 was difficult. I was going back and forth between a couple tracks, Dungeons Are Calling, Warriors, a lot of great songs. Other 24 Hours a Day, there's a lot of other great songs. And ultimately, I decided to go with one that's a little bit more kind of majestic and regal. Still quite powerful, still pretty heavy and crunchy, from an album that I absolutely love. It's my second favorite Sabotage album of all time. Title track, another title track, Gutter Ballet. Wow, the little pinch harmonic there. And again, you don't really get the main riff until 30, 40 seconds into the song. And that was the thing about a lot of the Sabotage songs, some of the classic songs, especially as they got on a little bit more in their career. They would do these little kind of intro things, either like on John's piano, or Chris would do some kind of moody little beautiful guitar thing, and then the sledgehammer riff would come in, right? So, and that's the same thing with Gutter Ballet. You get the piano leading up to it, a little bit of vocals, and then all of a sudden the riff kicks in, right? And then even the main riff there, which I just kind of hummed to you there, then you get the that also repeats throughout the song as well. So here you get like a two-pronged riff attack, which is really, really cool. So Chris Oliva, so good, so missed. And I do, I want to mention him here because Casey's watching. Even though they didn't get to play together for a long, extended period of time. I mean, you have to bring up, Chris Caffrey as well, my good friend Chris Caffrey, who, later went on to form a really great guitar team with Al Pitrelli in Sabotage. But early on in Chris's career, when he joined Sabotage, he and Chris played together for a couple albums and a bunch of tours. And I think it's a shame that we lost Chris so early, Chris Oliva, because I think him and Chris Caffrey could have had an extended run as the guitar tandem in Sabotage that maybe we would have eventually talked about in the same light as we do, like Tipton and Downing and the guys in Maiden and all those great guitar duo teams in the history of rock and metal. And sadly, due to the car accident when we lost Chris, that was not meant to be. But so I do want to give a shout out to Chris Caffrey as well, another tremendous riff guy. Not just because he's my friend, because he can crank out some serious riffs. I was going to mention him later in the month anyway. But Chris has done lots of other great things and created some killer riffs on his solo albums and Spirits of Fire and all that sort of thing. So, but also in Sabotage too. So there you have it. Chris Oliva is my pick for today. Let us know what your three, if you want to play along with my picks, let us know your three favorite picks from Mr. Chris Oliva from Sabotage, as well as your pick for today and your three favorite riffs from your particular player. So thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we've got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, as well as our merch page, where you can get all sorts of cool Sea of Tranquility stuff. Some people might be wondering, Pete, why aren't you wearing your Sabotage shirt today? Well, I kind of wore it the other day, and it's in the laundry bin, because I kind of forgot that I was doing the show on Chris today. Not good planning, and I only have one Sabotage shirt, so I wasn't about to go shuffling through the dirty laundry to find. I thought about it this morning. I'm like, I was looking for my shirt. I'm like, crap, I wore it the other day. So you get an extra day of another Demons and Wizards appearance here from Uriah Heep, but on a non-Heep related topic. So, but yeah, Chris Oliva is my pick for today, day 15. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Got another good one for you tomorrow. A loud and obnoxious guy who, love him or hate him, has delivered some killer riffs over the course of his career. So that's coming up tomorrow. And we'll see you also on Ranking the Albums tomorrow, where we're going to talk about the discography of Enchant. So till then, I am Pete Pardo. See you real soon. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.